Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me. I'm not particularly going anywhere, but I am doing a full day of filming, so I thought I would turn on the camera and chat to you as I'm putting on my makeup today. I absolutely adore my little ears, but it always annoys me when I go back to edit these videos that like it blends into my background because they're both the same. But I'm actually really wanting to get more Disney ears. I know that sounds so random, but I actually use them so much. Like I use one of these every single night when I am doing my skincare. If I'm putting any sort of makeup on my face at all, I'm always using them, and I'm always using the same like 2 or 3. So I definitely want to get more, and I've seen loads on Etsy that are absolutely beautiful that I really want to get my hands on. Random, but anyway, hi, how are we? I hope you're all very well. I feel like I'm in a bit of a hyper mood today, which is why I said to sit down and film, because I don't know, I just felt very chatty. I think the look that we're going to go for today is just going to be like a kind of classic gold smoky eye. Not too smoky, but I am going to be filming a couple of different videos today, and I don't want the makeup to be like overpowering because I'm going to do like hauls. So I just want to have makeup on to have makeup on. So I just want to do a very like classic, simple gold smoky eye. So first of all, we're going to start with primer. I am very nearly at the end of my Flormar illuminating primer base. Also, can we not talk about my nails today, because next week I'm going back to get my nails done. I'm so excited, but they're just still like, they literally just have tan all over them and they look so bad, but let's just ignore it for today. Okay, thank you. But I'm also getting my brows done next week, cannot wait, and I'm also getting my laser done next week. Honestly, everything is coming back to normal now, and I'm just so excited by it, because like I feel like a shell of myself sometimes, because I'm just not keeping up any of like my little bits that I'm used to getting, you know. So I'd say this might even be the last time I use this primer. There's very little product coming out for me. Also, it's super bright today. Like, it's such weird weather. The weather recently has been so bizarre. Weather has been so bizarre, but it's been kind of like thunderstorms and lightning storms and that kind of thing. And I don't know, it just keeps raining, and then it's like really sunny, and like I don't know what's going on. So if you hear the rain or if you hear any noise, it's just the weather outside. But it's also like super bright, and I'm pretty sure I have like a light sensitivity. I need to go into the opticians and actually get it like properly checked, because it could be like actually quite a dull day and I'd be squinting so much, and like I'd be like, oh my god, I'd always say to James like, do you find it really bright today? And he's like, no, it's dull as shit. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, literally, like, can barely open my eyes. So I definitely think I do have some sort of like light sensitivity. So I'm gonna go get that checked. I need a tissue. I've got the stuff off my hands. My skin is having a moment at the minute. I don't know what is going on with it. It's just like breaking out like mad. It has to be some sort of product that I'm using, but I can't figure out which one it is, because like they're not really going away, and I'm getting kind of newer ones as well. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, I think we're gonna go in yet again. If you've been following me on Instagram, I've been using this foundation literally all summer. I say that it's like June. But I've been using the Isadora Cover Up one. It's fantastic, absolutely amazing. Would recommend it to absolutely everybody. Love it, love it, love it. Not gonna go on about it because I absolutely adore it. But I'm very near the end of it as well. And because I have like a little bit of tan on today, probably can't even see that. Never properly takes to my chest. But because I have a bit of tan on, I'm going to go on my slightly darker foundation, which is why I'm going with this one. So let's get a brush. First of all, I do like to go on with the brush, and then I'll go on with the beauty blender and just take off like the excess, or maybe add a little bit more if I need it. Just love this foundation so much. Like, look at that for coverage. Just beautiful. But anyways, how are we? I feel like I haven't done a get ready with me in honestly like forever. I have not done a sit down get ready with me. I actually don't even know when the last time I did one was. Ridiculous. But how are we? How is everybody? I feel like all I've been doing is talking in vlogs and not really like chatting with you that much. So let me know down in the comments how like your quarantine has been and how you've been handling lockdown. I'd actually really love to know, because I'm not gonna lie, like there was honestly like some weeks that I found it so difficult. Like, being real for a second, like I really found it difficult. Ooh, and like I always say this, like I'm a total introvert. I love my own company. I love spending time by myself. I'm one of those people who like gets energy from being alone. I know that that sounds so strange, but like some people get energy from like being around other people and they like pull their energy from other people. I'm not like that. Like if I go to like any sort of a social gathering at all, like it exhausts me. Like when I come home from work in the evenings, I am wrecked. Not necessarily from the work I've been doing all day, but literally just from all the social interaction. So I honestly thought that like quarantine was going to be so easy for me. I was like, this is like, I was built for quarantine. I was like so kind of happy to have the time to myself, to be honest with you, in the beginning. And then as time went on, I was like, shit, this is hard. Like this is really hard. Simple things would have, like simple things you'd miss, like just literally going to see your friends and like not having to, especially when the restrictions were really, really, really strict and you like literally couldn't leave your house within like a 2-kilometer radius and like you couldn't go see other people and all that kind of stuff. It was honestly mad, and I honestly found it really, really, really tough not being able to kind of go anywhere, not being able to go see my family, not being able to go see James's family. Sometimes I was like, do you know what, I could do this for another couple of months, no problem. And then like literally the next day I'd be like, oh my god, let me out of here, I cannot cope, I need to go see my friends. Things at the moment, especially since I've been gone back to work, the way my workplace are doing things, they've split the team so that half of the team is in one week and the rest of us are in the following week, and when we're not in the office we're working from home, and we just swap over every week so that we can kind of get support and kind of slowly get back to the office. But to be honest, that has been an absolute dream because you kind of get best of both worlds in that way. I don't mind working from home, I don't mind it at all, but I definitely do prefer being around all of my team, and I work with such an amazing team as well. Like I absolutely love everyone I work with, which is very rare, and I'm so grateful for that. But I just miss normal office life as well. But anyway, getting off topic here. But since going back to work, honestly, like it has, like in the office, it's been so good. I remember one week I was not having a good week with the whole quarantine situation. Like it just was not for me that week. And then I went back to work the following week, and it honestly, I was like a different person. Even James said it to me. He was just like, there's something completely different this week. And I was like, yeah. And it's literally just because of the social interaction element of things, I think anyways. But isn't it mad how much like you'd actually really rely on that social interaction? Like I never would have thought about it before, but now like I honestly will not take it for granted because it is so necessary. I do feel like things are starting to get ever so slightly back to normal. Obviously, like the pandemic is still happening. People are still dying. Like people are still there's still new cases every single day. Like it's still happening, of course. But I do feel like the country is starting to pick up a little bit again, which I'm kind of happy about and also kind of scared about because like I have people in my family that are very high risk, so it really scares me that the fact that like while we don't have like a treatment for it or a vaccine or anything like that, like we're getting back to normal, and I'm like, oh, I hope my people are going to be okay, you know, that kind of way. But at the same time, the country can't stay in lockdown forever, you know. It's kind of one of those weird kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of a thing, because like anyway, we're getting into a whole big deep discussion about this and I don't even want to go into it. I'm just kind of like, I am happy things are starting to come back to normal, but I'm also kind of scared that there's going to be like a really big second wave, especially because some people are not taking it seriously whatsoever. And like, look, I don't even mean like breaking the rules or anything like that, but I literally just mean being stupid about things. And it's like, oh my god, please, like don't go into a supermarket and touch your face. Like that's just asking to get it, you know what I mean? Like stupid shit like that. I don't know, I have lots of feelings in the whole quarantine situation. I am very excited though that things are starting to go back to normal. Well, like a new normal or a different normal, whatever. I got to see my family last weekend for the first time since we had been on holidays, and it was absolute bliss. Like honestly, it was like the best weekend in so long. What we basically did is, because at the time, we're in phase 3 now, but at the time we were in phase 2. Oh, I'm still recording for my vlog. What we did was, so basically in phase 2 you could move within anywhere in your county. But obviously I'm living in Limerick, so I couldn't go home to Tip, but you could go 20 kilometers outside of 20 kilometers from your home. So we went to the Silvermine Mountains, which for me is 20 kilometers away, literally exactly, so it was absolutely perfect. And I got to meet them there because they can travel anywhere in Tip, and Silvermine is in Tip, so it was absolutely perfect. I love Limerick so much. I'd be hard pressed to leave Limerick, I think, going forward in life. At the same time, not being able to leave here and go home and see like feels was difficult. Like I really missed like going hiking and just being able to leave here, especially because we couldn't go to Wexford because that's like for us about 2.5 hours away. Like that really kills me. Like I have not been to the beach since the start of the year, and I probably didn't go to the beach at the start of the year because it would have been like January, February time. So I actually could not tell you the last time I was actually at the beach, which for me is mad because anytime we go to Wexford I love going to the beach. So I'm so sad that we haven't gone down there yet. Hopefully, I think next week the restrictions are changing again. It will be already changed by the time this video goes up, but I think the restrictions are changing again and you can go to anywhere in the country, as far as I'm aware, as long as you do like all proper like social distancing and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go back to Wexford and we're gonna go see James's family, and I'm so excited. We literally haven't seen them since like February, so it's been absolutely mental. But I'm so excited to go back and see everybody and just spend some time with them again. The powder that I'm using is the e.l.f. HD finish. Really like this. I think it just makes your skin look really flawless and really like velvety. But what am I even talking about? Yeah, so it was great to get out of the city for a little while last weekend. I'm so excited for like the small little trips that I have planned. So like we're going to go down to Wexford, two trips to Wexford planned. I'm hopefully going to be able to go to one of my friends' houses and have like a barbecue if the weather gets a bit better. He lives out in the country as well. So that's going to be really fun. And I don't know, there's like small little things that we have planned that aren't really planned. They're like, if the weather is good, if we don't get a second wave, if everything goes well, we're going to go and do this. And they're all things here in Ireland. Like I really want to go down and see my friend Neve in Kerry as well. That's definitely on the list. Hopefully I'll get to that before the end of the year. I'm actually obsessed with her Instagram. I'll leave it linked below. She's my friend Neve. I've probably spoken about her before on here. I definitely have. We did like collabs and stuff, but check out her Instagram. Oh my god, it's beautiful. If you're into any sort of, oh my god, I'm filming for like 19 minutes already. If you're into any sort of like landscape photography or just seeing beautiful images, like go and check out her Instagram. It's just beautiful. Like she makes me honestly want to like move to Kerry because everything is so gorgeous. But then I know like there's no Lana down there, so I don't know if I'd survive that. Lana's a restaurant, just in case you're wondering. These sisters, definitely not twins. Anyway, Neve makes me want to go down to Kerry so much. One, obviously to see her, but then also just to travel around and see the beautiful like beaches and the beautiful like places that she puts on her Instagram. Like honestly, obsessed. So that's exciting. I hope to do that before the end of the year. I don't know, like there's a couple of places around Ireland that before any of this even happened, me and James have been talking about going to. Like we'd love to go to Belfast for a weekend because we've never been, well we've both individually I think been to Belfast, but when we were like much younger, like children, and like I can't remember it at all. So we'd love to go there and go see the Giant's Causeway and go, like there's loads of stuff from like Game of Thrones that was filmed up there and stuff like that, and we watched all of Game of Thrones, so it'd be kind of cool to go and see those kind of places. And also like Ireland is so beautiful. Like Donegal is like one of my favourite places because it's just stunning if you can get the weather. And same with like I'd love to go and do like a day trip to like Glendalough because I haven't gone there since I was training to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is a hot minute ago at this point. What am I doing looking for my palettes, and they're right in front of me. So what I'm going to do is just a very simple gold smoky eye. I'm going to go in with Juvia's palette. This is the Zulu palette. I absolutely love it. I'm going to just dip into the orange colour here, and I'm just going to start to put that into my crease. Yeah, like honestly, like if Ireland gets good weather, it is honestly one of the most stunning places in the world, and nobody can change my mind on that. That's just what I believe. I just think it's so pretty. But yeah, I'd love to go to Glendalough. There's loads of places I'd love to go. I'm always on Airbnb looking at different places just to see like little cottages that you can go away and stay in, just for like a cute little weekend, you know. Obviously like over the last couple of years, myself and James have done quite a bit of traveling, not kind of in a took 6 months of backpacking kind of traveling, but like I've been to America 3 times in the last 3 years and done like big long haul trips. We've been to Paris, we've been to Berlin twice, a couple of different places. We've been to quite a good few different places over the last couple of years. So I just want to take it handy and, you know, stay in Ireland to be honest with you, and give back to our own economy, you know. And as I said, if Ireland gets the weather, it's honestly like just the most beautiful place in the entire world. So that's kind of the post-quarantine plans for me. I feel like I've been talking about quarantine this entire video. But part of going back to normal is the pennies reopened, gals. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I went into Pennies yesterday for the very first time in like God, it must be 5.5 months. Craziness. Honestly, like I am, you know me, I'm a pennies addict as it is. So to not be able to go to pennies is actually mental. And do you know what? I was so terrified to go to pennies because I just felt like everyone is just going to be mobbed. And I just had a thing about going to pennies. I think everyone has their thing. Like some people don't want to go to the pubs, some people don't want to travel far, and some people just don't want to do certain things. And they're all totally valid and move with whatever pace you want to move at. But for me, pennies was the one thing that I was like, no, I'm just not going to go there for like weeks. I didn't. Like I think it opened halfway through June, and it's now like it's the 27th, so yesterday would have been the 26th. Do you know what I mean? I did wait like 2 or 3 weeks of it reopening to actually go. It was absolutely bliss. Oh my God, it was amazing. Like it was probably the most pleasant trip I've ever had to pennies because everything was so controlled. Everything was so tidy. There was no clothes on the floor. Like it was glorious, absolutely glorious. So I had like gotten up early and went and left the car inside in town, and I went and I queued up before pennies actually opened because one of the girls had advised that. And I was there from about 10 to 9. And if you know pennies in Limerick City, pennies is like here, and like it literally, I think even the next door is actually Burger King, and I was at the Burger King door. There was maybe 15 people in front of me. It was so handy. And then when the doors opened at 9, we were all let straight in. Like obviously everyone had to like stop and like do their hand sanitizer and all that kind of stuff and move on, and then you know the queue moved very quickly, but we were basically straight in. And when I went in there, I was honestly like, I feel like it just did my soul some good. It just felt so normal. Like it was just so good to have like something in my normal routine back. Oh, it just did me the world of good. I'll start dipping into this shade here now. I'm just in the outer corner of my crease and lid. Oh, so good. And I got some really nice bits as well. I'm going to do pennies haul today on the list to be filmed today. I did go a little bit mad now, and I did spend a bit more than I had kind of meant to spend. But you know what, like, it's grand. It's absolutely fine. I got paid on Wednesday and went in on Friday, so payday treat to myself. Speaking of makeup, let's talk about the No Beauty buy. We're halfway through. We're at the end of June. We're doing very well. I haven't bought any makeup this year yet. I have bought skincare, but the only skincare I've bought has been replacements when I've ran out of products, which is part of the like rules and part of the challenge. I'm proud of myself. Very surprised. I did not think that we would be this far into the year and I'd be still doing it. I really genuinely thought I would get as far as March and I would go on my cruise, and when I came home it wouldn't be a thing anymore. But I suppose that was one of the benefits of quarantine as well, that like I wasn't out in the shops, I wasn't that tempted. I will say I was tempted online quite a lot because they had loads of sales and stuff, but do you know what? I have been learning so much about buying makeup, if that makes sense. I know that might sound a bit weird. Just find like I used to always just, what's the word, like impulse buy. I used to be an absolute devil for impulse buying. Find a darker brown. I'm gonna dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette. Use some of these darker browns. I'm probably gonna go into this one here and this one here. I'm not really sure of the names of them, so I'm really sorry. But these two here are what I'm gonna go into just to make the outer corners a little bit deeper and a little bit darker. They have like, I never really noticed this before, right? And like, maybe I'm just stupid, but they have sales on all of the time. Like, in nearly every single month, there is a reason for companies to have a sale. Think about it. January, you've got January sales. February, you've got Valentine's Day. March, you've got St. Patrick's Day. April, you've got, well, there's not really in April, but usually there is some sort of like a payday treats or something like that. In May, you've got a bank holiday. June, you've got a bank holiday. So loads of these companies will always do sales for those things, but they're the same sales every month. I don't know, like I just think when I go back to buying makeup next year, I'm just going to be so much smarter about when I buy and like how I buy. Also from the companies, like specific companies, like which ones I buy from as well. I've seen so much online recently, obviously because of quarantine and stuff like that, about how certain companies have treated their employees and stuff like that. Like for example, the So Sue Me like kind of brand, like I think that when the whole lockdown thing happened, they did amazingly. Like their shipping and everything has been delayed, which is understandable considering there's just not as many people that can stand together in a line and like pack all of the orders and stuff like that. I think that they kept, like, I kept getting loads of like newsletters and stuff like that, and I was like properly kept up to date because I signed up to like all of the offers and stuff like that for like everything. But I felt like they handled it really, really well, whereas other companies did not. And it's definitely noted for me, and I'm like, okay. I'm also very much thinking about supporting more of the like local pharmacies, just in terms of like most of the stuff I do buy is online, to be fair, but like a lot of the smaller pharmacies, like they properly appreciate you buying from them because it's more of a big deal. Whereas if you buy from the likes of, I'm not going to say, but like big makeup companies, like they don't really give a shit. Like you're just another person buying makeup. Like they don't actually care. And I think I prefer to support local and support Irish as well, you know. I'm gonna take a clean brush and I have to be careful what I'm doing now because otherwise this is gonna turn into a hot mess. And we're back. So I have just blended that a little bit more. I'm gonna go and cut the crease now. Yeah, I want to just support more Irish brands, Irish businesses, even if I'm not buying from Irish brands, but supporting the businesses that sell other brands, you know, that kind of way. And like I've always done it, do you know what I mean? It's not like it's a new concept to me. Of course I've always done it, but it's more about, you know, maybe going that extra mile to make sure that you are supporting local and you are supporting Irish, you know, that kind of way. Don't particularly need it to be super clean because I don't necessarily want the shadow on top to be super clean. I just want to give a rough estimate as to where the shimmer shade is going to go on top. Perfect. I'm going to go back in then with my little, if I can find it. Yeah, so in terms of like actually buying makeup, how I'm finding not buying makeup, like don't get me wrong, there's certain times where it's really tough. When there's somebody that I adore speaking about a certain makeup product and they are just in love with it and they're really recommending it and they think that it's brilliant, it's really hard for me to not go out and then like buy it. I do find there are easier months and harder months. Definitely the times when say like quarantine was a little bit difficult, or like if work was really difficult, or there was family stuff, or like there was just things in my personal life that were difficult, I do quite like to like treat myself. So just to make things a little bit better, I have been like just mainly treating myself in terms of like clothes and stuff like that, and like homeware products and stuff instead. It's not like, I thought that I would save money by doing a no beauty buy as well, but I haven't, because I've just switched what I spend my money on, which is a whole other conversation for a whole other day. But yeah, look, we weren't expecting quarantine, were we? So that's my excuse. No, really though, I am really enjoying, what I've learned is that like I have so much makeup, like I honestly, like the amount I have is actually sometimes overwhelming. Even though I've done like a big purge, gotten rid of like a third of my collection, I still have so much left, and really it's shown me how much that I don't even use. And it's also shown me the amount that I hold on to that I don't even really like that much, and that I just kind of keep it because like what do you do when you've used makeup a couple of times? Like there's no, like charities don't take it because it's been used. So like what do you even do with it? Like I have lots of friends that would love to have some of the makeup, but at the same time, one, through quarantine I haven't seen them, but there's only so much they can also take, you know what I mean? So it kind of just ends up sitting in my collection and I have no fucking clue what to do with it. This eyeshadow, by the way, is from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's like the gold one here. Again, I have no idea of the names of any of these. I think it's called Queen, but who knows? I don't know. I don't understand why Jaclyn didn't put the names like on underneath the shadows. Like as a makeup artist and as someone who literally makes YouTube videos with tutorials and stuff, I know she doesn't really do it anymore, but like that was her bread and butter. Like I don't understand why she didn't do that. To me, that's just a stupid thing to do, because I think people would have paid an extra euro or two to like get the names on it, you know what I mean, and having the packaging like properly right. And like, didn't she say as well that they were supposed to be like re-releasing it with all of those like kind of improvements made, and then it never like appeared from what I seen anyways. I never seen that kind of come up, because I actually held off on buying this for like a year because I was waiting for the like new and improved version to come out, and it never did. And I was like, well, okay, then I'm just gonna buy the normal one. And don't get me wrong, it's a fabulous palette. It's one of my favourite of all time ever. I really do think it's amazing. But at the same time, there's small little things that I just think could have been a lot better, you know? But no, I've really loved going back through all of my collection, refinding makeup that I haven't used in ages and just adoring it again. I feel like I'm talking way too long. I'm going to finish my eyes now and then I'll come back and chat, because I feel like all I'm doing is talking because I can't concentrate. I don't know how people do get ready with me like properly and talk through their makeup, talk through everything they're doing, as well as actually doing it, because I cannot multitask like that. It's just not for me. So I was supposed to do just like a soft glam look. Here we are, glitter, lashes, the whole 9 yards. It's okay, it's fine. It's Saturday, I have nowhere to be going. I'm sure you don't mind. I certainly don't mind. It's fine. I'm really proud of myself with the no beauty buy, right? I was thinking about this earlier and I was like, you know what? For someone who used to like literally buy makeup every single week, to not have bought anything since like the beginning of January or like the end of December, like I did so well, like so well. And I do know that like at the minute, first of all, the months are belying because of the whole COVID situation. Does anybody else feel like that? I feel like literally like, how are we at the end of June? It was just the Maybank holiday. Like, I don't understand. Because the months are flying by so quickly, I don't even really notice it that much anymore. There's certain things that I'm like, oh, I just wish I could go and buy. Like, if something new launches, I'm just like, oh, I wish I could get that. Or like if there's certain like good deals, like I know on the Sosumi website, they've had like really good deals recently. And I've been like, oh my God, I hope that she does them next year and I can get them, because and there's lots of like brands as well that I really want to try. Like I haven't tried anything from Amy Connolly, and I am dying to, because I think that her products look beautiful. I've seen such good reviews. If you're thinking I'm going very ham on the makeup, I am, because a lot of the time it doesn't show up on camera. And especially when I step back in a couple of minutes, it's not gonna show up. But yeah, there's loads of things that I want to try, and that's the most frustrating thing I find at the minute. But because I've lasted so long, I'm like, no bitch, do not buy anything. Like literally anytime that I find myself like on Boots wanting to buy things, I literally take myself out of the app, go straight into Boohoo, go straight into Shein, go straight into a different app, and like I look at other things, you know. So that's kind of it. And also there's certain things that I really want. Like at the moment I don't have any white eyeliner, like a liquid one that I'd love to use. And I know because I don't have one, I probably could go and buy one. But I'm like, no, I just don't want to buy anything. Certain things like that I just really want. There's also like a couple of like lipsticks that I've seen that I really love, but like I have so many that I don't use. And that's it, like, right? We're 6 months in and there's so much makeup that I still haven't used. Like I really do think that by the end of this year, I'm going to have another huge purge and just get rid of loads of things, because like pretty much anything that I haven't tried by the end of this year, it needs to go. Because like, why am I holding on to it? If I haven't used it this year, I'm never going to. So it needs to go. And I've also like rediscovered some of my like older favorites. That has been like so lovely to go back and try other bits again that I used to absolutely adore. Like for example, this foundation, absolutely love it, but haven't used it in ages because I'm always like, let's try a new foundation. No bitch, use up the ones you have. And that's something that I definitely think I'm going to take forward with me, is like, okay, like maybe even introducing like a 1 in 1 out policy or something like that, so that I don't end up with like such a massive overwhelming collection again. And also just like recognize like how much shit I actually have. Like, do you actually need like 40 different shades of nude lipsticks? See, my initial reaction is still yes, but the answer is no. But do you know what I mean? Like, just to like cut down on what I'm actually buying. Look, we are where we are. I'm excited for the end of the year to come so that I can start getting a few new bits that I really want, but I'm also not kind of dreading it. I think because I'm at the halfway point, I had a whole like weekend about it there like a while ago, where I was just like, it was at the beginning of June and I was like, Jesus, we're 6 months in now, and I was like, something had came up online, someone was recommending something, and I was like, oh, I'd love to get that. And I was like, Jesus, I have to go through like another half a year before I can like actually get anything. And I think it's because like 2020 has just been so feckin' mad. Like, I know I've swore a lot in this video. I don't mean to swear on camera because great, but it's also who I am. When you think about it, like so much mad stuff has happened in this year and we're only 6 months in. Like honestly, like if I woke up tomorrow morning and World War III was happening, I'd be like, okay, cool, where's a bunker I can go and hide out in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it actually would not surprise me. Like, so much shit has happened this year, it's actually been mental. It's been kind of mad. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, Jesus, the Reading in the Years producers are honestly gonna have to make a whole season on 2020. Not even like an episode or like even a couple of episodes. They're not even going to be able to split it up. They're going to have to just do a whole season on 2020. Like, it's been crazy. For contour, I was using the Pocahontas palette from Essence. Absolutely love it. And for blusher and highlighter, I was using the Blush and Glow palette. I was just mixing between the two blushes and mixing between the two highlighters. Absolutely love a blinding highlight. For the inner corners of my eyes then, I'm going to use the Sleek Salted palette. I'm going to use the orange one inside here just to brighten this up a little. Also, the pigment that I'm using is from Sample Beauty, and it's the shade, or the name on it is Salma. It was like a collaboration with loads of different influencers there ages ago. I picked them up ages ago, and that was the one that I went for. I didn't think it was going to be as like silvery brown as this. I thought it was going to be more like goldy brown, but you know what? It actually turned out lovely, and it's really, really, really nice, and really like, what's the word? Like, it doesn't feel like really like cheap glitter. It feels really, really good. What lip product will we use today? Do you know what? I think we'll go back to the classic. I think we'll go for the MUA in Fawn Fancy, and I think we'll get our Colourpop one. These honestly have been my like duo this year. Absolutely love them. I'm going to line my lips first of all. Look how small my little liner is getting, like so small. Probably going to have to get one of them soon. That's Fawn Fancy from MUA. It's such a lovely, it's really matte, and it's not the most comfortable on the lips. Like, it's not like a creamy lipstick, it's properly matte, but I just love the colour of it. And then this is the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Tight Fit, and I just love this. I put this on top of everything. Oh, it's just beautiful. I just put it in the centre of my lips, and then I pat it out to the edges. I am absolutely here for like metallic looking lips. So that has pretty much been my get ready with me. I know I've rambled on for a long time, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below, and if you have not subscribed to my channel already, I would really love if you did. I recently went through some of my analytics, and I found out that like 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, which is kind of mad. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, please hit the button down below. It would mean a lot to me. We're actually kind of coming up to 2K now, which is really cool. It took me like years to get to 1,000, so it's kind of mad to be nearly at the 2,000 mark. So I'd love to hit that by the end of summer. That would be really, really nice. Yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you all very, very soon, and I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, night, weekend, week, whatever, and and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.